Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Myself Nikhil, and these are my teammates Ajay and Swaroop. We are from the Department of Instrumentation Technology, SJC, Mysore. We are here to present our idea called the Sign Decoder or the Glove project. Our mentor is Mr. Ajit Kumar Narayan from Slap Labs. We are here to present our idea called the Sign Decoder or the Glove project. As the saying goes, Kosh Kosh pe pani badle, Ded Kosh pe vani, which means the water in India changes for every 1 mile, and the language changes for every 1.5 miles. For a person with all the abilities like you and me, it's difficult to communicate between one person to another. Imagine the state of a person who can't even talk. A person like me standing in front of you is literally shivering. Imagine the state of a person who can't even talk. How hard must it be for him to convince you people that what he is proposing is good? So, there are over 1 million people only in India we are both deaf and hearing impaired. Only 2% of these people are privileged enough for the basic education. So the final problem is the mute and hearing impaired can't communicate with normal people without them knowing the sign language. They deserve a better chance at life. Hence our solution, the glove. The glove is basically a device which can actually convert the sign language of the deaf and dumb into speech. These signs, for India, Indian Sign Language is the native sign language. The anatomy of sign language consists of different hand shapes, the orientation of the hands, and facial expressions, and also arm movements. We'll see how we exploit these problems. Now, Ajay and Swaroop will demonstrate how we determine the position of each joint from our glove.
As Nikhil said, this is our glove, and as we can see, the sensors and the accelerometers are embedded on it. Now, when the fingers are held straight, none of the LEDs here are glowing. The LEDs glow when the joint is bent, as shown now. Now, the thumb is bent, hence you can see that the LEDs corresponding to the joint of the thumbs are glowing. This indicates that those joints are bent. This setup is just to demonstrate that we are able to sense the bends in joints, because that is a very important step in decoding the sign language. So when the complete fist is closed, all the LEDs turn on.
Coming to the next part of our demonstration, we will now be demonstrating the conversion of this sign language into speech and also text. So basically what we use is an accelerometer and a gyroscope to use this. As shown in the figure, the reed switch on the glove actually, and the gyroscope and the accelerometer, the data is passed on to the microcontroller, which is then passed to the laptop via serial communication. These data obtained from the glove is computed via the software written there. Now Ajay and Swaroop will demonstrate some of the simple alphabets and also some simple gestures.
So what you are seeing here is a Windows application that we have written. So when we press the connect button, the controller starts receiving the real-time data from the sensors and the accelerometers. It is compared with the lookup table that was prepared while calibrating the glove. So now we will demonstrate a few alphabets. First, we are demonstrating the letter S. So as you can see on the text box, the letter S has been printed. Next, A is been signed. Next up, we will sign P. So that becomes SAP.
Actually, you can also see the audio output there. You can actually hear what the controller is saying, but due to some technical difficulties, we cannot connect the audio jack to the laptop.
We couldn't receive the audio jack, hence the audio output is there SAP, hence we couldn't demonstrate that. Next, as the alphabet is not only the part of sign language, there are many gestures that is involved in sign language. So it is important that we decode the gestures also.
Do this again. You want to do this again?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, if you give permission, we can try to get the audio output also. Can we? Okay, thank you, please. Speaker.
Audio mute.
Audio. Audio.
Okay, we'll try again. First comes S. Yeah. Next comes A. Next comes P. Yeah. Now we would like to demonstrate some gestures as we had said. Yeah. First, the gesture is me. That is telling that me. Next comes you. Wait a minute. Yeah. Now it's you. So by these two gestures, we are just showing a demo. We can implement for many other gestures also.
Okay, so what you can see on the schematic here is the final prototype of our idea. The glove will basically contain the microcontroller and the gyroscope and the accelerometer. So what happens is, to any phone, for example an iPhone or an Android phone, any phone, it connects via Bluetooth and transfers all the data it receives, and hence an app on the phone can convert it into speech and also visual text. So it's basically, everyone has a phone. So anyone who wears a glove can convert sign language into speech. Okay, so what have we proven now by this demo? We have proven that our idea can actually be implemented by determining the accurate sensor design and the placement and the position, and also the positions for the gyroscope and the accelerometer, and also the final system design. We have provided you with the final system design which can actually work. Okay, moving on. So what makes our glove different? There are commercially available analog gloves which can only convert some signs into speech and text, but ours can, we can proudly say that it can convert anything into speech and text. So it's basically only binary data available. And it's also very affordable, efficient, and also a compact solution made keeping the Indian economy and population in mind. So affordable. Our total cost only for prototyping costed around 2,000 bucks. So imagine mass production. It's almost 4 to 8 times cheaper than any available solution here or any part of the world. And it's very efficient because it can run on a 3.3 volt battery or a 5 volt battery, and it has very low power consumption and very compact because the number of components we have actually used is very low. The glove looks large, but when converted into SMD components, it will be very compact and very handy. Hence, we propose the Voice for India. For the 1.1 million people in India who can't talk to a normal people or us, we give this glove. Hence, it is a solution for India. Let's make a better society.
Very good. I can see
Okay.
our judges are pretty excited about all of this. Yes, you want to say something?
Yeah. This is not only limited as a philanthropic project. This glove actually gives raw binary data which can be used to simulate your hand on a computer. So hence it can be used for virtual gaming. You know, people standing in front of the TV doing this makes it, you know, table tennis, a ball hit or something like that. Healthcare. You know, doctors perform operations using such big laptops and joysticks. Giving this glove, they can control it very accurately and maybe can save lives. And also robotics. Robotics is the main application will be the robotics. We have also integrated a glove to work on a robot. It controls the simple movement of it. If you permit us, we'll show the last demo of it. Okay, fine.
That's all we have time for. Congratulations. And
Actually, when he closes the fist, the robot moves forward, and when it opens the fist, it stops. So this is the basic robot we have implemented. We can implement for any robotic arms for doing operations such in the biomedical field also. Thank you.
So we are open for questions.
Okay, due to paucity of time, we'll have to stop you guys. Congratulations, and we're going to move on to the questions from judges.
Congratulations, very good presentation. Question for you is, there's a lot of technology that's gesture recognition that's already now come out. For example, the new Microsoft
Digit.
yeah, that's right. So how is this different? What is the specific?
Okay, I'll concentrate on Digit to answer your question. See, Digit uses an IR laser to project a IR beam and then receives it back. So basically, sunlight has all the spectrum of electromagnetic spectrum, and when you go outdoors, as far as I know about the technology, it wouldn't work so well. And one more thing, IR laser is not commercially available, or it's not an off-the-shelf component because the military uses it. And one more thing, I don't think it's not as affordable as our glove, because our glove is basically the solution for India. You know, people who can't afford it.